Welcome to the TDC Today Show communities. My name is Sue Roscoff. The Disability Channel, or TDC, is out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, showcasing abilities. TDC provides digital media production, education, and employment programs by and for persons with disabilities and veterans. It's through media, training, and community partnerships that we create opportunities where we champion inclusion and truly make a difference for everybody. Joining me today is my co host, Michael Martin Hummel. He's a writer, speaker, and podcaster dedicated to bridging the gap between disabled and able-bodied communities. Michael, it is always so good to see you. How you doing?
I'm good. Good. It's good to see you too.
And any updates or words of wisdom for us today?
Um, Words of wisdom. Be accepting of different um things that people say, and be accepting of how different people may feel.
That is huge. To be accepting and to be in that mindset of wow. I think about when we're kids and the bullying that happens, and that's all about not being accepting.
Yeah.
And to flip that around of being accepting and to be purposeful in that. So those are definite words of wisdom that I appreciate you bringing to us.
Thank you.
And I'm excited. We have a lineup of guests with us tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in our first guest. First up tonight is Philip Britton. Philip is a dynamic international speaker, Guinness Book World Record holding author, a two-time Amazon best-selling co-author, entrepreneur, and creator of the Victory Framework, equipping Christian leaders to overcome self-doubt and step boldly into their God-given calling. With nearly 2 decades of personal development and a background spanning theater, business ownership, and leadership, Philip blends authenticity with real world strategy. Known for his powerful communication, he helps leaders forge unshakable confidence and align faith, mindset, and action, unlocking greater influence, purpose, and impact. Philip, so happy to have you joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me, Sue. It's a pleasure to be here.
I am thrilled to have you here. And I know we had a chance to chat a bit. And oh my gosh, all the things that you do. Do you want to go ahead and give us a little bit of the background of your victory framework and where that all came from?
Absolutely. It's interesting that Michael, you brought up the uh, being accepting, and you brought in the bullying, Sue. That was me as a kid. I was terribly bullied and beat up, and it school was a living hell for me growing up, and my confidence was in the absolute dirt because of that. And I've spent a lifetime of God teaching me how to rebuild that confidence. The victory framework is, um, for simply, it is everything that God taught me how to build my confidence that I now get to teach others. And the super sweet short version is that it starts with vision, it builds next with identity, character, trust, healing the heart, building relationships, and learning how to say yes to the right opportunities. That's the essence of the victory framework. And I now get to teach that and encourage others to step into their God-given calling.
Oh, and that is something that I think is hard sometimes to totally soak in, because we're so busy being busy, and to be able to sit back and understand the what that victory looks like and how to get there. And I know with what you are doing, you are helping so many people to see what's right in front of them that they're having a hard time recognizing. So I got to ask, what is your favorite part of what you do when you're working with folks?
Oh my goodness. The best part is to see the light bulb come on when you see someone come in and they're uh, dark, they're frustrated, they're down, they're um, unclear, and then suddenly you see that light bulb come on. You see the smile, you see the light in their eyes suddenly when they realize, wow, I am called to something. I do have a purpose. I'm not here by mistake. I have a mission, and I can actually do something. I'm not defined by what other people say. Um, Watching that light bulb come on for people is by far the best part.
And I can totally relate to that. During the day, I work at a university, and I know that's one of my favorite things is those aha moments. You can see them, and that's the best feeling. You know, you've made a difference somewhere, or you can see in them where they are slowly hitting those buttons. They're something is clicking different now that they needed. That was a moment for them, and the beauty in that. I love that.
The next best part is actually watching them implement and inculcate that new information into their lives and apply it in great ways, where you see different ways that they have success in their life in different areas because they applied that information. Um, the light bulb moment and then the application they go hand in hand. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, because you need that next piece for it to be really worth worth
Yes.
that moment. You know, that's the key is to actually use that then. And I know with what you've talked about with the victory framework, that is a big part of that is
Mm-hmm.
okay, now you got to do something. You got to go and make something happen.
Exactly.
And so, and I got to ask too, there was a comment here about a Guinness Book World Record. Share a little bit about what is this all about? What is your record?
The Guinness Book World Records was for the most authors signing the same book simultaneously. The previous record was 126, and we shattered that record with 142 authors all contributing to the same book, having that book published and placed in front of us on tables, and we all signed it with witnesses and the guy with the clipboard. And what an amazing room full of high caliber servant leaders, all with different books that they've published. There were two 14-year-olds in the room, one of which had been a 5-time published author at the age of 14, being a part of this record. How cool is that?
Wow, that's
I just
amazing.
the caliber of people in the room was just phenomenal.
I absolutely love that. And what was the book that you guys collectively wrote?
It's called Legacy in Ink.
Legacy in Ink. And where can people find that? Is that on Amazon?
Oh goodness. I'm actually not sure. I think it's available on Amazon, but I don't actually know at the moment.
You know
I
what?
need to
Google
figure
it,
that out.
everyone.
I need to figure out how I get my author copies. So
Absolutely
I
love
don't
it.
actually know the hype being in the event. This was literally just happened last weekend.
Oh, so this
So
is
I literally
fresh.
like 3 days ago or 4 days ago. So it's super fresh. We're still in the moment. So
Wow.
it's
I love
pretty
that.
exciting, pretty cool.
And I'm so happy that you're able to share that victory with us here,
Yes,
that is something that was so recent here. That's beautiful. I love that. And share your website with us. Where can people find more info about you?
I am at philipbritton.com. Philip with one L, Britton with two T's. And I'm also on most social media platforms at the Philip Britton. And then I've got some information also at iwantvictory.com.
Oh, that's beautiful. iwantvictory.com. Love it. Oh, absolutely beautiful. I love what you do and that you are doing so much to share with others and to make a difference out there. That is the You are somebody that is like all the things that you talk about. It's so connecting and clicking within me that I look forward to where we can go in the future here.
I look forward to great future collaboration. Absolutely.
And speaking of wonderful people, and oh my gosh, we have the privilege of having another wonderful guest joining us. Somebody who I've been connected with for, we're coming up on a year now. Olga Alexieva is with us here today as well. And the things that she has been doing, absolutely beautiful. And there's some new updates, but real quickly, I'll give you a little background on her. She was born in Russia and came to the United States in 91 with no English, starting from McDonald's to running a pizza parlor while caring for her son and her mother. Burned out, she rediscovered herself through painting that she never thought possible. She opened two galleries and a painting studio to teach. And she didn't just reclaim her creativity, she reclaimed her joy and purpose. Now she is a best-selling author, artist, and coach, and she helps women reignite joy and purpose through her program From Gray to Glow. And I know she's got more new things that are happening now that she's here to share with us as well. Olga, so happy to have you here. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to join you on that wonderful platform that people need to hear from different people, from different views, and make their own opinion about life. Thank you, Sue, and thank you, Kurt. Thank you.
So catch us up with things that are happening with you, Olga. What's new in your world?
This is loaded question.
I know.
Loaded. And as much, let me ask you this question.
Mhm.
How much you using AI right now?
You know, I'm starting to dabble, and as the days go on, I'm starting to play more and more with it. I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm good at it yet, but I'm learning, and it's a lot of fun to see what can happen there. But it's like this big playground that I think I've just maybe started swinging on that playground, and there's a whole
Exactly.
lot there.
Well, I
Exactly.
play with it daily.
You do
But
daily, nice.
but let's say you play because that's your recreation, maybe time. But a lot of people, they work on computer daily for living.
Hmm.
And don't you see there's anxiety and fear in people to be replaced, to be put aside by this new technology? The professions that used to be so privileged, so good, that people went to college and put a lot of money to obtain it. Now they getting out of college and they have no jobs. So it creates a big, big wave in society. And some people love it, some people hate it. And it creates, again, unnecessary stress.
Hmm.
And so what I'm talking about, that we don't have to become more like machine. We don't need to compete with AI. We cannot compete with AI. But what we need to do, we need to become more human. What's interesting, I asked Claude, I said, what is the purpose of AI? And AI told me that they try to be a human.
Oh, interesting.
They learning humans, they mimicking humans,
Hmm.
they want to think like we are to be kind of closer to us, and we missing the point that we are already a human. We are original. And so what I'm talking about is not to fight or not to become like a machine and not to fight against AI, but live alongside, because we cannot stop the progress, but we can become as good as human could be. And the best part of being a human is being creative, fearless, and being the light out of that life. And I created, which is so exciting for me, I created a program called Human Energy Room. It is 60 minutes life experience where people learn how to reduce stress, restore energy, and reconnect with their creativity, creating a new habits. So let's say somebody is working 8-9 hours at work behind the computer all day. So what do you think their stress level at the end of the day?
Up there.
Exactly.
It's high.
Exactly. So I am coming to business owner and I'm asking him, do you care about your employee? Do you care to be known as a somebody who create a workplace with a high performance and care for the employee? Of course. So what do you do for your employee right now? Oh, I have meditation app, or I have a yoga. And I would ask, how much human touch in that? And they would say, not much. And that's where I am coming with my live workshops once a week to connect with people and to reestablish in them that playfulness, that lightness, that tools that people can use to reduce their stress. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're going to the very important meeting, and you might just have like tight stomach, and you just, you have that, dry mouth, and you afraid.
Mhm.
So it means you allow yourself to be on fight or flight mode. Your body pretty much shut down all creativity and put all energy into safety, because your body thinking that you have to run from the lion or from the bear, and put all your energy in your arms and legs and your breathing. Rest of it will wait, as well as creativity. So whenever you in a stress out situation, you cannot think, you cannot come up with a brilliant idea or another option. It's shut down. Keep it in mind. So when you allow yourself to be under the stress, count on being a little bit less creative, even more seriously uncreative. I don't know if it's an English word or not, uncreative. But
Yes.
anyway, are you with me?
Yes.
That's what I'm teaching now. I just finished the pilot program with the Australian team. He has a remote team in different countries like the Philippines and such, and people coming to work with a willpower to go through the day to finish the task. And at the end of the day, they all stressed out in pieces going home, and who knows what the relationship over there. After my 4 weeks program with them, once a week, when I gave them the different practices, we wrote the poetry, we did a music exercise, we did a voice exercise, we did a special breathing exercise, all these kind of practices, they started to apply. And I got a beautiful testimony how people started to approach their workplace with a different attitude. Instead of rushing with emotions, they slow down. Instead of rushing, they breathe. They put their own system in a creative mode. They smile, and that puts your serotonin up. And they reply, or instead of just saying something that you might be sorry about. So what I'm saying is, we need to become better humans, and human life is designed to be happy and joyful. And we forget on the workplace to be happy and joyful. So that's why it's everything the people coming in the workplace through the funnel of I have to, my responsibility, and they pushing themselves, instead of relaxing, smiling, and getting into the balance. And so this is not totally new for me, because I'm always talking about creativity as a way of living. If you feel that you don't want to do anything creative, you don't have time to do something creative, it means you are stressed out, baby. And you need to look back to your life and do something for your brain to say, okay, we're safe. I don't need to put you on that fight or flight mode, because it's a cortisol. You literally shoot yourself on the foot. And this is, as a matter of fact, I run my workshop this coming Tuesday on June 9th, and I put that in the chat. I invite everybody. You just need to know what you can do to get control over your mood, over your emotions, because everything comes from emotion. If you're stressed out, life is dark. If you're joyful, life is sunny. But we can control it. We don't need to be victims of the events that going around us. Does it make sense?
It does. It very much does. I love that. Bringing
Because
that
you kind
out.
of keep silence, and I don't know whether I surprised you, or you got lost or something, or you're just kind of eating my words. I don't know. So talk to me.
I'm
Talk
soaking
to
it
me.
in, because that makes a lot of sense. Because you're right. If you're all stressed out, one thing that gets lost is creativity. Because I don't think you can be in a creative mindset and a stressed out fight or flight. Those two things don't work together very well.
It's a
That I can't.
biology. It's a biology.
Yeah.
It's a one way. It's like a canal, when there's a different levels. So you'll go whether this way or this way. So you cannot be you cannot frown and smile at the same time. This is same principle.
Love it. Oh, well, anybody else? Do you guys have any questions you want to ask Olga? I'm gonna open that up. If you guys can, feel free if you have anything.
I love what you're doing. It speaks to I largely kind of what I do with the victory framework, and working from a place of peace rather than out of striving, out of a false identity that I have to strive to make somebody proud or to achieve something for success, or I have to keep striving because I'm not at peace in who I am.
But again, this is very true. I agree with you. But how? That's a question. How you can establish on you? Let's say if I tell you, Philip, you have to be positive. Think positively. So what is the percentage of the really for you to accomplish it? If you're fearful inside, if you're stressed out inside, and you say, "Oh, I need to be positive, positive, positive," and inside you have a worry and anxiety and so on and so forth, there's no alignment. What I'm talking about, it's like a diet. If you want to lose weight, and I tell you, there's a diet of 2 weeks diet, you can put up with the 2 weeks of that, but after that, you're going back. The only way for us to change the direction of anything, you have to create a new habit. And then a new habit becoming your new way, that becoming your default.
Mm-hmm.
So you see what I mean? So that's why to tell somebody you have to be positive, or you have to develop self-esteem kind of quality, it's saying nothing. People have to develop a new habits to be to want to do it, and to perform it naturally. Because if something is foreign to me, I cannot convey to you. If I'm not into my topic, if I'm not passionate about something, if I'm a cold turkey here, you're going to be cold turkey as well, because this is all energy exchange. And so that's why what I'm embodying that, creating a new habit of starting to like doing some silly stuff, start to embodying a new practices that should become a new habit. Let's say, for example, if you are start to get as stressed out, there's a point on your hand that you start to click on that, or just push that point for a minute, and your stress going down. But you have to know about this, and you have to apply it. And when you have opportunity, it's not that you think about it, it's become automatically. You see what I mean? Before it's become automatically, you have to apply. It's like teaching a kid to walk. You're gonna fail, but then you don't think about walking. You just get up and go. And so that's what we're talking about, because a technology put our human quality down, suppressed with responsibility. Logic mind prevails, and especially for women, when we have to have our creative mind, our right brain, actively working for our biological psyche health. So that's why I'm talking also to high achieving women who achieved success, and they got to that pinnacle, and they find out it's lonely there. Nobody's following. And so how to integrate the success and fulfillment, how to be loved, how to be a woman. So you see, it's all connected, because society is praising men's energy, logic, forceful, achieving. But we, as a human, as our soul wants, we want to be joyful, happy, and fulfilled. And how to get there? We forgot about it. That's why I created that formula, where for 4 weeks, we just create something, and people have a guides. And now people started to follow that, a new pathway, and brain creates a new pathway. And it's fun, because whenever you put your energy, your attention, the energy following, if you spend your attention in that creative stuff, your energy going there, and your brain think, this is new destination. Let it be a default. Let it be a safe place. So we have to reset our brain on a new on a new quality and a new value to be a human in AI era.
Excellent. Oh, I love what you're putting together and what you're doing with this. Where can people find more information if they want to hear more and be able to tune in on next Tuesday? You said it was next Tuesday, right? June 10th?
I actually put something very, very simple. If you go to getsparktoday.com, easy,
Excellent.
getsparktoday.com, and just you'll get to my website and you get to that workshop. Everybody should go through that. I'm serious. Sue, you owe me the workshop. You personally, you have to come through it because you're going to find out so much stuff that you don't need to buy anything special to change your mind. You're going to make a different choices. You're going to feel better. You're going to sleep better. And I see you all always smiling and good. So I don't know how you're behind the curtain, but we all have a moment. We all have a moments, right?
Oh,
So
heck
we
yeah.
just, but there's a question, we all have a moments that the question is, how deep are you going down and how fast are you coming up? And that's the question, because nobody has a green light all the time.
Right.
You see what I
Yeah.
mean? We always have some stops and some backs, but how fast are you reset and coming forward, knowing that all the stops, all the kind of comeback, it is a part of the picture.
Wow. Those and perfect questions to be asking, and I love that you are putting that all together, and you guys have some similarities here. I love your website, getsparktoday.com, and I know Philip has iwantvictory.com. It's like it is so practical. It is all about helping others. You guys have the biggest hearts for helping others, and that I love it. And speaking of big hearts, we do have another friend in the wings here that's going to come on in and say hello as well. Marianne of Waikiki is joining us. She is an author, and her website, actsofkindnessseries.com. Marianne, come on in and say hi. How are you doing?
Good. Hi. Hola, everybody. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. It's my sign language name, my book author name. The Acts of Kindness series are written for animation movies with sign language characters and a soundtrack by Lucy Lynch and The Perfect Wave for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and climate change. And next Monday is World Ocean Day. And we'll be sailing in San Carlos, Mexico. We have a flotilla of 3 sailboats, and we're going to go out and play. So, Sue, if you could be kind and play a book trailer called Underwater Acts of Kindness. It's a first book that I wrote a decade ago, and we dedicated it to Boy and Slat of the Ocean Cleanup, who is cleaning up the oceans worldwide and rivers and doing amazing things to become plastic free. And all classroom teachers can receive copies of my books from donorschoose.org. How I found out about donorschoose.org is I went on a sailing journey, 91 days, 1,700 nautical miles up the ICW, and I returned back to Hawaii. And Marilyn Rogers told me about Donors Choose, and she requested 50 books, and we were funded in 2 weeks. And Amazon sent out the books to the classroom, and I went on campus and brought the puppets and did a slideshow presentation teaching the ASL finger spelling alphabet, the 26 letters, which now we have a YouTube channel, and you'll see this in the book trailer with Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab. So go out and play as our tagline. So I think our book trailers will explain a little bit more, Sue. So could you be kind to play that?
You got
And
it.
then we can end the show with a beautiful song by Lucy Lynch, an inspirational song that's in our book for climate change called Yes, I Can. Here I Am. So I was a sign language interpreter in Hawaii for over a decade for a beautiful deaf man. And the universe, through guided meditation, told me this was my next purpose, to write a series of books with sign language and puppets. And here you go.
So,
Thank you. Mahalo. I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
and here is that book trailer.
help save the ocean just by listening to a story. Set sail with underwater acts of kindness. Join Noah, the hard-of-hearing humpback whale, and his marine friends as they take on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. On their journey between Hawaii and California, they discover an enormous pile of plastic, but with teamwork and courage, they plan to clean it up. With the guidance of DAW General of the New Earth Army, they rally ocean creatures and you to help restore our seas. Now available on Amazon Audible, listen as author Marianne of Waikiki narrates this inspiring adventure, featuring mesmerizing music by Lucy and the Perfect Wave and Nick's guitar, echoing the sounds of whales and dolphins. This book is dedicated to Boy and Slat, founder of The Ocean Cleanup, making waves for a cleaner future. Sing along with Noah's song and dive into a world of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. After reading, visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel for more adventures. Learn the ASL ABCS with Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab on YouTube, kids. Get coloring books now at www.actsofkindnessseries.com and Amazon. Plus, grab your New Earth Army t-shirt and pledge to protect our planet. Underwater Acts of Kindness by Marianne of Waikiki. Available now on Amazon, Audible, and actsofkindnessseries.com.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Sue. So Brennan Williams, a certified sound bath healer that I met several months down here in San Carlos, is helping me apply for a grant with San Francisco Film, where they are giving a grant up to $5,000 to $25,000 for disabled creators. So we are in the process of filling that all out. And anybody can apply. And it's the first application is June the 6th. We hope to have it done. If not, we have until July, but we're getting the synopsis of the book series and reviewing how to write this extensive grant. And Brennan has worked with nonprofit with as he was a CFO. So I'm really excited with all his knowledge and his studio. And this past Saturday, we had a breakfast housewarming for him and Jen, who did breath work, and we did exercising. And Brennan came up and said, you know, now that I'm here, we can work on getting your other two books into Audible. And I said, oh my gosh, great, because I did that in Manoa Valley in Hawaii. And that took a day. And to link up the soundtrack for each of the chapters. But I'm excited that we're going to be working on this projects. And I just listened to Carla Marie. She had a Amazon Audible workshop in regards to helping authors create fiction and bringing in extra income. And well, I'm a children's book author, and hopefully I can get some advice from them so I can start bringing in some royalties. But I kind of shifted my mind too, because I had this idea too of a book called The Housewives of Honolulu. And I could create a series of that as fiction with all the sailing stories with the, you know, the military wives of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine, and the Coast Guard, the Houseboat Wives of Honolulu. So you never know what I'm going to be working on next. But yeah, it was kind of great fun to listen to her and follow up with them. And here's an idea. There was some of the covers talking about AI, Sue. There's what AI kind of came up with me. And sorry there. And there you go. And Writers of the Sea. So as I'm listening to her workshop, I was getting ideas of how can I be Marianne of Waikiki in a fiction and bring in those royalties. But we're going to talk about it because I have 4 books and 3 coloring books. So we just need to know how to make the system work for me to generate royalties. Anyway, it's great fun learning and great team with you guys as well as Brennan. And next Monday again is World Oceans Day. So we will be out sailing, and that's what we're up to. So thank you again for tonight. Great to see everybody. And aloha, mahalo. I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
Awesome.
And
Thank you so much.
We want to thank our sponsors On the Mark TV, Jay Stoyan with the Disability Channel, Leon McLaughlin, Clean Water Foundation, and Dr. Anthony Sorelli of Nonprofit TV, who's showcasing these book trailers in Denny's restaurants and all the amazing stuff that Kurt's got going on with the spirit of the games. And also, we're looking forward to July. We have the American Disabilities Act anniversary of 36 years ago, where President Bush signed the American Disabilities Act. And at that time, I was a case manager with with a mental health agency. So we're rallying up speakers for that event, and I saw the flyer, and it's going to be kind of amazing. So we'll see what's going to be happening with the Helpopedia group as well. So good things are happening here on the World of Ability, the Today Show, and thank you, Jay Stoyan out of Toronto, Canada. So thank you to all our sponsors. Aloha.
Awesome. Thank you so, so much. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment, bring Kurt on in here and get the last bits of, I know he's been having lots of notes popping through here. And Philip, I believe you got to get going here, which is all good. Can't tell you how much I appreciate you being here and all the great things that you have shared with us today. This has been amazing.
I'm just excited to be here. Thanks for having me. It's been an absolute blast. Look forward to getting to know y'all in the future and future collaborations. So awesome.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And again, I want victory.com and also philipbritton.com. Look them up because you want to get to know all the things, because we all need a victory in our life, don't we? So thank you so much, Philip.
Thanks for having me, guys. Have a great night.
You too. So Kurt, come on in and share. There's a lot going on. Which pieces would you like to focus on here tonight? Because I know the telethon was mentioned. Let me get that flyer pulled up. But go ahead and pass it to you for a moment here.
All right. Thank you. Wow. It's really great to see that, and seeing the feedback and getting the resonance that I really think I'm witnessing people being seen, heard, felt, and understood. Right, Michael?
Yes, sir.
There it is. That's how we do now. Thanks to Michael's leadership. So that's how we team it up together. Everybody achieves miracles. And speaking of miracles, Sue's pulling up the jazz we've got going on with the Helpopedia telethon. Take a look at the magicians over at helpopedia.org, specialneeds.help. Big thanks over to Adam Dicker. Adam Dicker is the immediate past executive vice president of GoDaddy.com. So he's got a lot of capacity, a lot of resources, a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Even if he's wearing a short sleeve, he's still got a lot going on here. Oh, man, that guy is magical. We'll be in meetings with Adam and taking care of business. And all of a sudden, 40 minutes later, he's like, oh, while I was talking to you guys, I already, whipped off a website for a client, like started it from scratch and finished it, ready to present, delivering it. But look at this event, $36,000 in the name of the Americans with Disabilities Act. As Marianne was explaining, 36 years of ADA. So it just all is coming together. Our MC, Phil Vitrano came up with a format of having people with disabilities perform as he described his idea. I give it the name Americans with Disabilities Got Talent. Learned that actually somebody journalized some successes with America's Got Talent and the other, UK Got Talent, all those things. They kind of did a collection of how all the Got Talents of the world have had a lot of successes from performers with disabilities. And so we're running with that flair and, looking at how I tout people with disabilities as masters of ability. And so if you want to join us, hop on board for supporting youth and parents. So certainly, hitting the family realm and the household realm. My handle on LinkedIn is linkedin.com/Hey Kurt, HEYKURT. So yeah, we hope you save the date for Thursday, July 23rd, 7 to 9 Eastern. And coming back into what Marianne presented, for our friends over at Nonprofit TV, I'm on the board of Nonprofit Media Solutions with all that. Please do visit their link on X, x.com/NPTV network, and go ahead and engage and interact. We've been benefiting from Nonprofit TV Network directly here with the World Ability Podcast Network and the Disability Channel for a few years. And so just a little bit of, if you could all help us, Nonprofit Nonprofit
Did you do this?
Nonprofit TV Network, could use a little bit of our support to help their goals and achievements. We're very indebted to Nonprofit TV, supplying for nonprofits all day long, every day. Free resources, free boost, free exposure. And so it's just a little bit of here with the show. We're proposing that you could kind of be a contributor for us. Just follow them. Go ahead and take a look at some things, make some comments, show a little activity, show the world that we do care about the contribution from Nonprofit TV. Thanks, Sue. Back to you.
Excellent. There is so much good going on around us. I am grateful for all these pieces coming together here tonight, to have folks like Philip Britton joining us, Olga Alexieva, Marianne of Waikiki, and Michael. Always good to have you here. I'm going to give it back to you for just a moment if you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share.
Be willing to think about other people's opinions, and possibly change your mind depending on whether they have a better ideas than you.
That's huge, because we can't possibly have all the ideas ourselves, right? So
Yeah.
we got to depend on others to have their say along the way, and for us to be open to that and appreciate that, and hop on board when when we can, and vice versa. Others need to hop on board our ideas when we have those good ones, but that's what it's all about, working together and being here as the TDC Today Show communities. That's the essence of community, and working together and recognizing the good, going after the good things that are out there, finding those victories, being creative, acts of kindness, and all the great things around us. Oh, there's so much good happening. I do have to do a quick shout out for Project Diehard. ProjectDiehard.org is the website, and right now they have their big capital campaign going on. You can donate on their website. There's a tab at the top for donating. And from Memorial Day through Independence Day is fill the can. So the traditional drop a coin in the can kind of thing. Well, we're all fancy these days. You can do it electronically from anywhere. You don't have to do it in person. You can do it from where you're sitting right now. So I want to make sure people know that is happening. And they had a big win today. On the first Wednesday of the month, they have a fellowship breakfast. The location for that right now, we have one place. We have others that are in the hopper wanting to start, but we're not quite there yet. We need to be able to fund all of it. So there's a location in Paducah, Kentucky. It's at the IHOP in Paducah, the first Wednesday morning of the month. Today, actually, I know I got a message on that. Let me give you real numbers here for how many they had in attendance, because it was a great day for the fellowship breakfast. It was, let's see, opening my notes. They had, let me find the right one. Here it is. 46 people in attendance today. 6 of them first timers, first time they ever came to the event. So that's huge. We had 46 veterans finding fellowship and support, and most of all, hope. That is what we're all about with Project Diehard, is providing hope to our veterans. So special thanks to all who were there. And you know what? There's gonna be another one next month. Show up. Go to Paducah's IHOP on the first Monday. What am I saying? First Wednesday of the month, and join in the fun activities there. So with that, We are so happy to have you joining us here with the TDC Today Show communities. For all of us here, as always,